Good morning, students. Welcome to the English online class at home. Dear students, in the previous class, you learnt about noun and types of the noun. Today, let us learn about types of the abstract nouns. Let me explain types of abstract nouns. Abstract nouns can be of two types: attributive nouns and verbal nouns. Attributive nouns means names of qualities, characteristics, or attributes are called attributive nouns. Such nouns can be formed from adjectives and nouns. For example, poverty. Poverty word comes from the adjective word poor. Like that, scholarship. Scholarship word comes from the common noun scholar. So let us watch one video. You may understand what is attributive nouns.
In this module, let us learn about the attributive noun. Attributive noun is an optional noun that modifies another noun coming after it and functions as an adjective. For example, in the phrase government policy, the attributive noun government modifies the noun policy. For example, in the phrase steel bridge, the attributive noun steel modifies the noun bridge. Attributive nouns are abstract nouns which are derived from adjectives and common nouns signifying qualities or characteristics. Some examples of attributive nouns are kindness, derived from the adjective kind; intelligence, derived from the adjective intelligent; neighborhood, derived from the common noun neighbor; childhood, derived from the common noun child. Notice that attributive nouns are formed by using some common suffixes such as ness, dumb, e, hood, ship, ens, ans, age, shun, un, e, t. Remember that the words from which abstract nouns are derived are called the root words. The new words made by adding suffixes are called the derived words. Here are some examples of attributive nouns as shown in the table.
Students, let me explain verbal nouns. Nouns that are formed by adding an inflection such as ing and er to verbs sharing the construction are known as verbal nouns. For example, examiner, verbs er form. Examiner word comes from examine word. Like that, walking. That word comes from walk word. So, let me show one video. You may understand verbal nouns.
Like gerund, verbal noun is also an ing form, but a verbal noun is a gerund with some extra characteristics. A verbal noun does not retain any verb-like property like a gerund. So in a gerund has some verb-like property, but a verbal noun loses all its verb-like property and it functions totally as a noun. Like a pure noun, it can be modified by an adjective, and also it can be made plural, and it can be followed by a prepositional phrase. And all these are characteristics of a pure noun. For example, the building of the house cost his life. So here building comes from the verb build, but as we have a determiner before it and as it is followed by a prepositional phrase, it functions as a pure noun. Or you can say this is a beautiful drawing of nature. Here drawing comes from the verb draw, and it is preceded by, that is before the noun we have a determiner as well as an adjective modifying the noun, and also it is followed by a prepositional phrase. I was surprised at his quick understanding of the matter. So again we have a determiner, and then we have a noun, adjective, and then we have the noun understanding, but it comes from the verb understand, and it is followed by a prepositional phrase. So it has all the characteristics of a noun. In English, there are different ways of making a verbal noun. For example, arrive, we get arrival. We are waiting for the arrival of the train. Decide, another verb, and the verbal noun is decision. I wanted his decision on the matter. From build, we have verbal noun building. The building of the nation depends on the teachers. So verbal nouns is a type of verbal. So it's the gerund, participle, and verbal noun. All of them come from a verb and they are verbal. But in case of verbal noun, we have some extra characteristics. Thus, verb plus ing is one of the ways of having a verbal noun from a verb. In this, verb plus noun is one of the ways of having a verbal from a verb.
Students, I hope all the students brought the textbook from the school, right? So, in your grammar book, page number 10, let's practice. That is one of the homework. You have to identify the types of the nouns in this passage. Make a table of 5 columns and fill them in. You no need to write down in your notes. Already you had written one rough book. That rough book only you have to use it like a running notes. That notes you have to make the 5 columns and you have to write down the what type of the nouns. If you have confusion about this passage, you no need to worry about it. When the school reopen, I'll make once again. Okay. Students, let us learn formation of abstract nouns from adjectives and verbs. Let me explain about abstract nouns from adjectives. Abstract nouns can be formed by adding suffixes such as ness, ity, tom. So, if we add the suffixes to adjectives to form abstract noun. For example, kind is an adjective word. If we add ness, that is kindness, that is called as a abstract word, that is kindness. Like that, able. If we add ity, the word will become ability. So, ability is also abstract noun. Students, have you understood how to add the suffixes to adjectives to form abstract nouns? Okay. Let us learn about abstract nouns from verbs. If we add the suffixes to verbs to form abstract noun. For example, discourage. Discourage is a verb. If we add suffix ment, that is discouragement. So, discouragement is an abstract noun. So, like that, if we add the suffixes to verbs to form abstract nouns. Have you understood how to add the suffixes to verbs to form abstract noun? Great. Students, in your grammar book, page number 11, let's practice. Make abstract nouns by adding appropriate suffixes to the following words. Students, if you are able to make the abstract noun, you can fill the answer. If you have any doubt regarding let's practice, you no need to worry about it. Already I told you which all the let's practice after the reopen I'll teach you. Okay? Dear children, you have learned types of the abstract noun today. So, let us learn countable and uncountable nouns in the next video. Watch it. Thank you.